Hey guys, it's Adri. I hope you had a really good weekend. We went on a little family outdoor nature hike, which was so much fun. I love nature and being outdoors, and I love my children, obviously. So anytime I can combine that for some fun, it's awesome. So, that was good, and then I had kind of a little downward spiral, which, you know, it's really easy to get caught up in stuff like that. So my whole video today is going to be on not letting yourself get stuck. Whether it's with a setback, like if you're doing a weight loss journey, or if it's a setback just like in your healthy mindset, or a setback in like a good positive body acceptance type of mindset. Like you just can't let your setback keep you down. So yesterday I kind of was in a funky mindset. Like depression was kind of like a little fog over me, and it just kind of kept getting worse. And then I was getting stressed out about some stuff, and then I binged. Right? Yeah, it was so not awesome. And I sort of like, I had this epiphany about it, that this binging thing that I do because I'm feeling bad, that doesn't make me feel any better. I always feel worse. And so I'm gonna keep reminding myself that. But instead of, you binge, you feel bad, and then you do something else destructive, which I was so tempted to drink like 4 margaritas and call it a night, I didn't, because I knew I would have felt worse this morning. So you have to kind of like pull yourself out at whatever point you can. Like, don't beat yourself up if you let yourself continue down this, rabbit hole of bad choices. Just, know that you can lift yourself up. You may not be able to just pop right back out of it, but you have to make the conscious choice not to get stuck. So that's what I did. I just, I woke up this morning with the intention of making choices that show my body that I love it, making choices in my reactions and interactions that show that I love myself and others, and just, told myself, you know what, if you make mistakes, you can forgive yourself and just move on, So that, it's hard sometimes, but if you try to keep that mindset, you'll kind of keep building and building and building on it, so that it eventually will get easier. So that's, that's the main like physical thing that I encountered. As far as like a mental setback or a mental, mental setback, you can't let yourself go down these trails of bad thoughts just constantly. You could catch a glimpse of yourself and be like, oh my god, I look awful, oh my god, I look fat, oh my gosh, this. You can let society and diet culture and the kid in 2nd grade that picked on you all the time, like you can let all that stuff replay in your head, or you can just tell it to stop and just say, no, I'm not gonna think about that. It's only true if I let it be true, and I can choose for it not to be true. Just because somebody else thinks something about me, or somebody else has an expectation for themselves that doesn't match what I expect for myself, doesn't mean that I have to take that on. And realizing that has been the single biggest impact on my self-love journey, my health journey, just my whole being, because I was having a conversation the other day with a coworker who was talking about comparing herself to all these other, moms her age that are super skinny. And like, this coworker is really fit. Like, she looks, what society would deem as healthy and fit and thin. But even she feels like this pressure. And I told her, I said, it's kind of easier whenever you're plus sized in a room full of, average sized people, because that expectation isn't there. You release that expectation of yourself. Like, I walk into a room knowing I'm the fattest person in the room. Not that that's anything, to be proud of, that I abused my body to this point and, let it take over my body, these bad decisions that I made. But at the same time, like, I don't have to be ashamed of myself. I don't have to, just because everybody else chooses to be a size 0 and to, strive for that, doesn't mean that I have to do that for myself. And you know, that's when it just kind of clicked with me. Like, I'm always trying to do 7 different diets at once because, you know, the people I follow on Instagram or Facebook, you know, one person's doing Atkins, one person's doing paleo, one person's vegan. You know, you can't try to do all those at once. I mean, I guess you could, and you would eat like berries and twigs and lettuce and avocados and peanuts, but you can't even eat peanuts on paleo, I don't think. So, I mean, really, you're gonna drive yourself nuts if you try to take every single expectation that somebody has for themselves and put it on you. And this may be a problem that not a lot of people have, but it is. And that's been, like, honestly, mentally one of my biggest setbacks. So what I've done, going back to my original point, is don't let those mental setbacks keep you down. You know, in the book Body Kindness, the author Rebecca Scritchfield talks about choosing to spiral up. You can make mental choices, you can make physical choices, like healthy lifestyle choices that are setting yourself up. Just like, you know, when I had that bad moment, I can set myself up to believe the bad and act on the bad and go down this downward spiral. You can also choose to spiral up. And it may not be something, like I said, that just immediately happens, like, woo, 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 you're up, like, there you are. You know, it may take a while, but it's gonna be so much more rewarding than choosing to stay stuck or choosing to be worse. And I don't want this to come across like I am, like, not validating mental illness or eating disorders, because I do know that those are a clinical problem. I have them, I have had them. I know that that can be an issue. I'm just talking like general day-to-day, you know, once you get a pretty decent handle on that, like this is, you know, day-to-day life type stuff. So, yeah, you just can't get stuck and stay there. It had never really occurred to me. So now that I have that, I have like this freedom, like there's this weight lifted off my chest. And I want to choose to keep setting that intention every single day. So, I mean, if this is something that you guys have already known for a long time, then I'm sorry. But do try to implement it if you can. Because like I said, it is a conscious thing that you have to do. Not everybody's gonna wake up constantly and feel good about themselves and feel body positive about themselves. You know, body positivity and a good mindset is not something that just inherently is all the time happening. You know, some people might be that way. You know, you may have a month where you're just like, I'm good all the time. Like, all the time you're feeling yourself, all the time you're making healthy choices. If that's you, that is so amazing. Like, take note of what you're doing, take note of how you feel, and then when you do have those moments where you're like, I feel so fat and I just want to eat ice cream and make it worse, like, you know, harness those good feelings, remember those good feelings, and try to inject those as much as you can into your current situation so that you don't get stuck in your setback. So, with that, I will leave you guys with that thought. If you have anything to add, let me know in the comments. As always, please be kind to each other. I want a civil debate if you do feel like debating, or if you have any other tips for me, let me know, and I will see you guys next week. Thanks, bye!